I was gonna win. So one thing I will tell you about CPI and NFP, it's a secret in which you need to learn. When CPI is sitting on a resistance or support, it will break resistance and support, as support and resistance are mostly manipulated. But if the market is sitting on a supply or demand, they won't break it. Go check where CPI was sitting yesterday to give a buy, and then fix your mistake and go learn about supply and demand. You're gonna kill the market every day. So when they say SMC traders gave a buy, one thing I know, the most coordinating in SMC, it's supply and demand. I wanna ask them, didn't they see supply there? There was a beautiful supply, man, like a beautiful. You don't have to mind about what the market is doing. The market can be buying. Leave the market alone. Go with your analysis. I don't know how many times when I was studying the market, I were to lose fundamental because fundamental is buying. I will just give you an advice. Always oppose it. If it's buying, oppose that fucking thing. It's not buying. They want you to buy, and you're gonna get one of the perfect entries. You know, there was a day where I traded with my homies, right? 10 minutes before my homies entered, they were running a profit of like 50k when it left with like a minute. But with my understanding, I realized that, bro, if they are running 50k and they're exiting, man, before fundamental, it was like other CPI, man, around September. And I was like, if they are exiting, I have to enter, sell. Jump in a sell, saw 50k same time. Because I know very well that when it's buying, shout out Taylor, what's good, my G. And that's it. You know very well that when it's buying, at that certain position, when it reverse, you're gonna make a lot of cash. That's why I always follow your trading setup. It was accurate for all my trading setups on CPI. Exactly the point, man. Like, this thing, it's easy. You know, this thing, it's easy. Like, in a way that stop following direction, man. Like, you need to know where you at. You know, there was a clear break block. Man, like, I'm not an SMC trader, but I once told you that SMC people, they don't have the full knowledge about what they're talking about. They're still learning, and you know, because when I sit down and learn it, I realize that a lot of things are the same, you know, but different meaning and different definitions. You understand? At the end of the day, I tend to see direction which they don't see. When SMC was trending in SA, I went inside and asked myself, what is it that they say pure price action, it's a retail traders, blah blah blah. It's like, can I learn this thing? Guys, I don't want to lie, I did learn. I gave it my time, be like, teach me this thing. And then when I realized that, nah, man, they only benefiting from supply and demand, I went and learned supply and demand alone and put it in my pure price action. I knew very well that it's not impossible for it to get in pure price action, man. Supply and demand is pure price action. They took it to pure price action. It's working. Understand? But when it comes to them, because remember, they don't respect trend lines, they don't get structures according to trend lines and all of things. We get direction ka trend line. Understand? Like, I mean, like we get an entry point with the trend line, and which is where they get it wrong. The trend line, I feel like if you want to learn the basic, you can go to Manando, and then learn how to build up those trend lines, learn how to build up those trend lines, and then after come to me, and then that's why I will put everything in those trend lines, supply and demand, support and resistance, how to understand them, you know, because what I realized about Manano, he only uses trend lines, and it's perfect, man. That's Falcon. It's perfect, beautiful. And then when you come to me, I'll just add up supply and demands and and which is gonna be a beautiful chart. A beautiful chart. Now I just put everything inside. If it's working, get in. Because I know very well I'll be holding a trade, man, hoping for it to hit the top side trend line. There's a supply there. It's fundamental. And then you do what? You lose because of not listening, you know. So When a person analyze a chart and start from M15, especially SMC traders, and start from M15, I always ask myself that what is daily doing? Yeah, Tumelo is great, man. Tumelo is great. You need to understand, when I'm talking about SMC, I'm not talking about the side of Tumelo. The side of Tumelo is great because you ever attended his class, man? You'll understand everything that you never understand. I'm talking about your other mentors. Your other mentors. For me to get the sell, man, I use the golden zone, yeah, Tumza. The golden zone at Tumelo. You see, what I like about Tumelo, adjust. Understand? Doesn't sit down and learn. You know, he learns, but in the game, he will adjust than everyone. On top. Today, if you check, I entered that trade yesterday with the golden zone. If I ask how many mentors have it in SMC, nobody has it, but he has it. He's the creator. What did they create? Nothing. Bro, golden zone is fire. You see. So, one thing about a person, man, has his own flavors. And if I say straight to what you on, man, I just know, man, I know very well what is it. Understand? So, sometimes you guys need to know who has the right knowledge. Until, if you want SMC, go to Tumza. Man, at least when you're in the class, you can adjust, man. You can talk about certain things which you thought you will never know. Golden zone for Banachi. Bro, like, that one, it's a different for Banachi. It's not the one you know. It's a different flavor. That one, it's a different flavor. Someone said CPI will buy on Sunday. Imagine, like, some mentors. Tumelo has created the golden zone. The creator. What do you think about? I don't know him. Like, nah, guys, I don't know them. It's a secret, so buy that type, so cause you will see. Margin call is a ghost, to be honest. So you use Fibonacci too. Now, guys, we know about the market more than you think we know, bro. Like, we use a lot of things. I mean, we make sure we get an entry. Which brokers allow withdrawals in a day? The problem is available. A broker, when it comes and say withdrawal in a day, like for fair, like both. Ask yourself which brokers will benefit you from trading. Forget about the withdrawal; it will enter. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next week. I started trading with FX Pro. It was giving me no problem, but better withdrawals. Understand? What is the difference between your mentorship and your YouTube channel? The difference about my YouTube and my course is that on YouTube I give you the whole basic, right? I don't start from scratch and teach you one by one what is this, what is that. So if you can manage to get the market from YouTube, you don't need to pay my course. If you manage, I'm telling you today, if you manage, it's like I give you piece by piece certain information, but if you manage to get it, you don't have any right or anything to pay my cost. But if you're Palla, then you need to pay the cost, because I'm talking about in a place whereby you can see profit 20k and then the next thing you're no longer seeing that 20k. There's something that made you to go wrong. Come, let me teach you how to do it very well. Understand? Because I know very well if you're not disciplined with what I teach you, you're not gonna make a lot of cash. On top. So my YouTube channel, gives you the right information and full information. Like, you can just learn by one video and become the greatest. Remember, I told you guys I learned pure price action in 2018. When I was supposed to read my metric books, I was reading candlesticks of whatever, trend line, that PDF of trend line. I was learning about those certain things, and then only to find out, right, chief, yagela, go to indicators, and then sooner or later I got this video on YouTube. I'll mention their name. It was FX Gold's video. I was like, man, this is what I was doing wrong. Let me go back to pure price action. So the whole 3 months I've been watching their videos on YouTube. I was like, okay, I'm getting there. So I started bringing the idea that I had before into the same concept. Then I killed it. Easy. I realized that if I create a YouTube channel, can create a lot of mentors, and which the mentors, even if you don't praise me, once you draw that trend line, you draw it like me, I know it's me there. Understand? I guess when they check my chart, they can see, man, that's me there. You understand? They can see, this one, no problem on top. But you know, because I didn't have any funds to pay for any cause, I had to go for YouTube. If you don't have funds, go for YouTube. You know, if people deserve their flowers,